and welcome back to my yoga channel. Thank you so much for joining me. For those of you that haven't got a clue who I am and you've just stumbled across my page, I am Meffan. I'm a yoga teacher and I bring you weekly yoga flows, so make sure that you subscribe for lots more stuff like this. Today's flow is a 15-minute full body stretch, so we are literally working from the toes all the way up to the head and the neck and everything in between. So let's get down to it. Follow along with me and I will see you at the end. So coming down to a kneeling position on your mat, but with the toes tucked under. So what we're doing here, we're stretching out through the toes and the feet. Option of bringing the hands to heart center, or you can just place the hands on the knees, close off the eyes and just start to watch the breath. So ever so slightly different to our normal starts, we're actually already being active and working through the muscles of the toes and the feet. And might notice that this is quite a tricky posture. I find this quite hard even now after doing it for years. So just stay with it, stay with the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Finding some moments of stillness and silence here. Inhale and take the arms all the way up to the sky and then interlace the hands. Take the hands behind the head. The bed, I'm still thinking of sleep. And open out through the chest and the elbows. Raising the head high. And then slowly release down, coming onto all fours. Just tap out the feet. So probably a little bit sore maybe in the feet. So just have a little tap there. And then coming back to the knees, drop the chin to the chest. And we're going to take really slow neck rolls. So right ear comes to right shoulder and we pause. Back down through center. And then left ear comes to left shoulder and again we pause. Trying to notice any sort of niggles in those neck muscles today. Back down through center, over to the right. Rolling down through center again and over to the left. And then back to neutral. Inhale, the arms sweep high up to the sky. And then we take hold of the right wrist with the left hand and stretch over to the left. Breathing here, and with every breath we open out through the right side body, creating space. Release, take hold of the left wrist with the right hand and then stretch over to the right side. Again, create space in the left side body. Come back to center, round the spine, send the head forward, arms forward, interlace the hands, creating that big circle shape. And then coming up now onto all fours. Making sure we're nicely stacked. We'll inhale, lift the chest, lift the heart. Exhale, drop the head and round the spine. So working through our cat and our cow postures. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, round the spine, let the head hang heavy here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rounding the spine. And inhale, lift. Nice and slow through these movements. Exhale, release round the spine. And taking the hands out a little bit further, take that right leg back and really push through. So we're on the ball of the right foot. Push through the hands and then the heel of that right foot. So you're going to feel the stretch in the right calf muscle. So from here, picking up that right foot, the left knee stays down, right foot comes to the outside of the right hand, and the option of staying up on the hands or coming down onto the forearms. So we're down in lizard, we're opening out through the groin, through the hips, one of my favorite stretches here. And I really like to move around while I'm in this pose, so have a really gentle sway side to side, maybe a little move forwards and backwards. And then pressing up onto the hands, sitting back now onto the heel of the left foot, right leg is out long. Inhale, the arms come up, and then we exhale, forward fold. Doesn't matter, as always, how low you get. It's all about working through the hamstring here, making sure the back is nice and straight. On an inhale, coming up, and then we'll push forward, coming into a low lunge. So the chest is high. Inhale, the arms sweep up. We can interlace the hands, and you can place the hands on top of the knee. And so here, I'm not too concerned about the knee being over the ankle. We're only staying here for a few breaths. So what I want you to focus on is getting deep into the hip opening and working through that left side quad. Placing the hands down now, stepping all the way back to your all fours position. And now we're going to work round in circles, so going 3 times in one direction and 3 times in the opposite direction. So sending the torso round in circles like you're in the inside of a barrel and you're trying to touch the sides as you go round. So 3 going the other way now. And then taking that left foot out. So same stretch for the calf muscle, left foot. So the heel is pushing away and we're pushing away from the hands. Remember to stay with the breath, working with your Ujjayi breath throughout this sequence, if you have that in your practice. And then we'll step that left foot to the outside of the left hand. Right knee is down. We're lifting the chest. Option of staying up on the hands or taking the forearms down to the mat. Again, option of swaying gently side to side, finding a bit of movement, or staying within stillness for this posture and just breathing into that stretch. Coming up onto the hands, pushing the bottom back so the bottom sits down onto the right heel, left leg is stretched out. Inhale, arms up, and then exhale, forward fold. Staying with the inhales and the exhales. And then coming forward into that left side lunge. Chest comes up, we inhale, the arms sweep all the way up. Exhale, interlace the hands, place them on top of the knee. Place the hands down now, tuck under the toe, and we'll come into our Prasarita Padottanasana. So you're going to have to pivot the feet around. So the outsides of the feet are aligned with the outsides of the mat. So hands come to the hips. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, forward fold. Hands coming down to the mat. So you can bend the knees here. And so the heel of the hand is alongside the heel of the foot, if that works for you. If not, just come to where feels comfortable. Let the head release, the neck release. On an inhale, come over to hug that right leg. So really give the right leg a hug, stretching over to that right side. And then we're going to bend down into Skandasana. So we're down on the right side, right knee is bent, left leg is long, hands come to heart center. If you can't get this low, it's okay to be up on the toe in this position. Place the hands down, press up through center, and then we're going to hug the leg over to the left side now. Inhaling and exhaling. Placing the hands down to support you as you transition into Skandasana. Hands at heart center, open out through the chest. Nice and long in that right leg. Place the hands down, transition back through center, and we'll just heel toe those feet in a little bit. Interlace the hands behind the back, and then come down forwards. Again, you're wanting to make sure the feet are aligned with the outside of the mat, or you can always have the toes pigeon-toed in a little bit if that feels slightly better for the alignment of your body. And inhale, start to bring the body all the way up to standing, and then we'll send those toes out to the diagonals of the mat. Hands come onto the knees, and then we're going to alternately work the shoulders down in between the legs. So you can see as I'm working here, placing one down and then the other, and I'm really pressing away on my knees to get a deeper stretch in the groin. Inhale, arms come high, straightening through the legs, and we'll exhale to heart center. And just stepping to the top of the mat now, feet come together. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. On an inhale, step the feet back, come to a high plank. And then we're going to lower down to the knees, come back through child's pose. And then softly, slowly, bone by bone, peeling the body back to kneeling. Starting to work through the arms now. So right arm comes across the chest and we take hold with the left hand, adding a bit of pressure. And then releasing that right hand, left arm now comes across the chest and we place a bit of pressure with the left hand. With the right hand on top of the left. And releasing. So working into some twists now. Left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. We inhale, right arm goes all the way up. And then we use that inhale and then exhale, twist, gazing towards the back of the room. The right hand can be down on the mat, and we use these two pressure points in the hands to help us find extra lift and extra rotation in the torso. Inhale, right arm comes all the way back up, and then the right hand comes onto the outside of the left knee. Left arm reaches up this time, goes up and over. So we inhale, lift, and then exhale, rotate. Again, using the hands to help find extra rotation, finding openness in the chest and the shoulders. Inhale, left arm comes all the way back. And then we come down to the forearms, tuck under the toes, coming into dolphin. So I know a tricky posture for many people. It's tough if the shoulders aren't open. Just do what you can here. Stepping the feet in as far as you can. Really feel that stretch down the backs of the legs, in the shoulders. Really a full body stretch here. Stay with the breath. And then if you can, pushing up to a downward facing dog, either both hands together or you can just step up one at a time. Option of pedaling out into our downward facing dog through the knees, maybe a shake and a nod of the head. And then wave the body bone by bone over to our high plank, lower down to the knees, coming all the way down to the belly, onto the forearms, lifting the chest to Sphinx. You can open the feet out a little bit. And so push the mat away with the hands. This way we'll find more openness in the chest and the spine. Any pain or anything like that in the spine when you do postures like this, just come out of it, have a little wiggle of the hips, try to release. And then turning over now, release the Sphinx, turn over onto your back. So a little roll is absolutely fine. Tuck the knees into the chest. Arms out in a T shape or cactus, and we're going to drop the knees over to the left side, head goes over to the right. Option of taking the bottom leg and placing it on top of the top leg. So you can see as I'm doing here, it just helps add a little bit of pressure for a deeper spinal twist. Releasing the legs, come back through center. Dropping the knees over to the right side, head goes over to the left. Again, option of taking the lower leg and placing that foot on top of the left leg. Again, all about creating space. That's what we're doing in yoga, creating space in the body, trying to open things up. Knees coming back through center. Take a little rock side to side. And then start to rock the body back and forth. We're going to come to a seated position, finishing our sequence here. Thank you all so much for joining me. Just come and take a cross-legged position. Hands at heart center. Just close off the eyes and breathe here. Remember that you can subscribe to my channel and we'll get flows like this every Sunday and then an extra video on a Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you again soon. Namaste.